Okay guys, so today I'm going to be testing out a $5.99 foundation. It's from Wet n Wild. It is their Photofocus foundation. This foundation is super inexpensive. It's very light to medium coverage, very second skin foundation. You'll see me talk a lot more about it during the video, so I'm not going to babble too much now. But if y'all guys want to see how I got this look using a $5.99 foundation, stay tuned. Alright, so I'm first going to start off with my e.l.f. primer, and I know the foundation's over the Wet n Wild $5.99 foundation, but I'm going to put this underneath, I'm going to stick in drugstore everything. I did Wet n Wild as much as possible. Let's spray it on. And this is a very powerful, if you're doing a fuller coverage, I would definitely spray more, but this one's definitely light to medium. It's not super full coverage. And I apologize in advance. I don't know if you can, but you might be able to see the bobby pins right here. My hair's in this weird growing out process, and so for like videos and stuff, I'm trying to make it look like at least somewhat cute, so just bear with me on that. And I already did my eyebrows off camera, and I concealed around them. Just because they're microbladed, now I have to do them differently, because I shave the hairs off, so I did them off camera because it's a little easier for me to do. So we're gonna go in, and that's kind of soaked in a little bit. Let me just make sure it's worked in. Now I'm also gonna color correct today. I usually always color correct. My skin is especially red today because I just exfoliated today. You can literally, I feel like, see it on camera right here. I'm like super red. It's not uncommon for me. I'm totally used to that. So I color correct all the time, and I feel like it's only, like I just need to color correct. I'm gonna use a hard candy yellow color corrector. And I'm gonna put it really heavy here on this bad boy and that bad boy. And then I did some extractions on my nose, so it's super red. Now I'm gonna be washing this off pretty much in like a few hours. So I would not recommend putting makeup on freshly extracted skin at all. But I'm just doing this review for you guys. So I'm gonna work on the lighter areas, and then I'm going to come back to the really two heavy ones right there. And I'm gonna just take my blending sponge. This is actually one I got from the drugstore. It's, as far as I know, it's the only body sponge that they've got, and it's very soft. I used to have the Beauty Blender one, and this is just as soft. My cat got a hold of my other one, so I just needed another one. I thought I'd give this one a whirl, and I really like it. And I'm just gonna very lightly buff that in, because I pretty much want as much of that to stay stuck down. So I'm probably still gonna have to put some concealer on afterwards in some of these areas, just because this is not a super thick foundation. This is very like second skin, super natural. I really like it a lot. I feel like I'm giving away what I think about the foundation. It's definitely not a first impressions. I've worn it several times before. Okay, now here's the one thing I just thought about. I did buy this foundation back when I was like the beginning of the summer, when I was a little fair, or it wasn't the beginning of the summer because it wasn't out then, I don't feel like. But this one's tested under a bunch of different lights, 7 different light conditions, smartphone models. You can do it with and without flash. I haven't used it with flashback, so.
This is with flash and my studio lights. No flash, studio lights.
But I'm gonna give it a good shake. I like to shake all my foundations. Now the spatula on here is weird because I don't like to wipe it on my face, but I always put my foundations on the back of my hand. For convenience, I do like a pump better, but it's totally not a big deal. I'm gonna take that same blending sponge. I don't like to use a brush pretty much with any foundation. I just always find that I go back with the sponge, and I know that it uses a little bit more, but it just looks so much better. So I might have to put a little extra bronzer on afterwards. This looks like it's might be a little light for me right now. Ooh, but look at that on camera. Yes. Okay, we're gonna go all over, do one layer. And honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm so red, this is about my face color. My body has gotten tanner this summer, unfortunately. I say unfortunately just because I know that when my skin gets tan, I can definitely tell that it's just causing damage to my skin. Like, I can just see it as soon as I get pale again. I try and stay out of the sun. Well, I'm feeling a little ghostly with this. Woo! Don't worry guys, we can fix it with our bronzer afterwards, but I'm just putting it out there. case y'all are like, you do know you're a little light. Which we'll just drag it all around so it looks like that's my color. That's crazy. I didn't think I got that much darker. This matched me perfectly. And they have a pretty good shade selection. Obviously, it's not super... well, actually, no, it's pretty big, I remember. It's got quite a few shades. It doesn't have a million deeper shades, but it's got a pretty good amount. Okay, so I'm gonna go set it with some setting powders and finish up my makeup, and then I'll be back to let you know how it sets. I'm gonna let you know I'm probably gonna look a lot bronzer when I come back because I'm gonna use a lot of bronzer. But I feel like, especially when I'm looking at it in the monitor, or like the little flippy thing of the camera, now I may look back at this and be like, that's a lie, you can totally see that. But like in person, I feel like I can see this pretty bad, but there, I feel like I can't see it. So if I watch this back, I'll probably make a note and I'll just put laughing emojis laughing at myself. So, but especially on camera, I'm living for it. In person, obviously, I'm broken out in a few areas, so it's whatever. But yeah, like that just looks like skin. Ooh, like some pale skin, but it looks like skin. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, guys, let me know what y'all thought about that Photofocus Wet n Wild foundation. You can pick it at most places that sell Wet n Wild. I'm pretty sure almost all drugstores sell Wet n Wild. So yeah, give it a whirl, see what you think. Obviously pick a shade maybe that works for you. Like I said, mine was a little off just because I got a little bit tanner here recently. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about it down below in the comments as well. And remember to check out my drugstore tutorial if you want to see everything else in depth about how I got the rest of this look. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at FakeFace_1 to see the finished looks of these, like the finished pictures and stuff like that too, and some of the like hyperspeed videos too, like super hyperspeed if you want to check those out as well. And remember guys, it's your life, make it beautiful.